Well, you're with Buck Stops Here, weekend edition. I'm Ankita Mukherjee, but our big focus tonight as the Aam Aadmi Party outlines its national plans, including its nationwide membership drive from the 10th of January and its plans to contest the maximum number of seats from the greatest number of states. What about its promise to Delhi? We asked tonight, should the Aam Aadmi Party have focused more on governance in Delhi rather than going national at this time?
The new entrant in politics, Aam Aadmi Party, gearing up to fight the big battle in 2014. The biggest roadblock, organizational strength. AAP may have a groundswell of support, but to fight an election, the party needs to build a stronger base. The two-day national executive meeting of the party's top leadership has announced a nationwide membership drive to begin on 15th Jan till the 26th of January. The 10 rupee membership fee for the form has been waived off, and AAP has announced that the party will field as many candidates as it can. They intend to fight in at least 15 to 20 states. AAP to fight all seats in Delhi, Haryana and Gujarat, and will field candidates in Maharashtra, UP, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka.
Honestly, we are not geared up. Honestly, we do not have that organizational capacity. As a political party, we are not only in the business of gathering votes. We are in the business of creating hope.
Going national isn't the same as fighting a single state. The party leadership understands that. But they aren't ready to close the window on any more surprises that may come their way. Arvind Kejriwal says he won't fight the Lok Sabha polls, but will campaign. His party maintains he is the leader, but announcing him as their PM candidate needs to wait till after the elections. So could AAP emerge as the third largest party, perhaps even a rallying force for a third front? Considering AAP has accepted Congress support in Delhi, would they think about returning the favor in 2014?
हमारे लिए भाजपा कांग्रेस उसी राजनीति के प्रतीक हैं जिस राजनीति के खिलाफ आम आदमी पार्टी खड़ी हुई है। वो भी भ्रष्ट पैसे से दोनों पार्टियां चलती हैं।
Kiran Bedi was quick to tweet, "Isn't that like having your cake and eating it too?" Victory in Delhi has brought Aam Aadmi Party support that perhaps even they didn't expect. The party agrees that they don't think they're ready to fight the political battle at the national level. But not fighting, not contesting the elections won't help them either. At worst, fighting general elections would be a practice run for the novice party. Reporting from New Delhi, Anshul Vora, NDTV.
What about its promise to Delhi? Should the Aam Aadmi Party have focused on governance in Delhi rather than going national at this stage? Joining us on that discussion tonight, Shazia Ilmi, member of the Aam Aadmi Party, Sheshadri Chari, convener of the BJP's External Affairs Cell, and Manishankar Iyer, Rajya Sabha MP and senior Congress leader. Shazia Ilmi, let me begin with you. You say your party is now going to release its Lok Sabha candidates within 2 weeks. It's going to go on this nationwide membership drive from the 10th of this month. Everything seems to be happening at breakneck speed, just days after your government was sworn in Delhi. What about your promises to Delhi?
Well, the promises to Delhi have been getting fulfilled and will continue to be fulfilled. But, you might think that this is a fresh exercise that we have undertaken, but a lot of work has already been done and is already underway in many of the states. And we have considerable presence. We need to consolidate our organization there. And also we are now beginning to have a massive membership drive. So a lot of energy, we see people being enthused with the idea of Aam Aadmi Party on a national level after the Delhi elections and the unprecedented support that it got. So it's only...
Well, that wave is undeniable, Shazia, but do you believe, does your party believe that it could be, there could be some fear of spreading itself too thin?
I really think it's going to be a daunting task. It won't be easy. But for the first time, just regular folks from different parts of the country who want to make a difference but don't have the wherewithal in terms of money, in terms of access to contest elections, to be a part of this machinery. For the first time, there will be an effort made to offer candidature to those people who would have been great candidates had it but for money and muscle power. So I think this is going to be a very exciting election. Yes, we are spreading ourselves too thin. Yes, it won't be easy, but a lot of work has already happened. We just have to beef up on that, consolidate that, and go further.
Okay. Now,
and even in Delhi, people wrote us off and said we don't have the requisite cadres, we don't have the kind of financial strength. But I think
okay, as far as the Delhi elections go, you've proved your point, Shazia Ilmi, you've proved your point as far as the elections go. But what about governance really and taking this beyond? Because you have very ambitious projects in mind for Delhi. And Manisha Karayar, if you want to come in at this point, you know, we've heard the AAP talking about people's participation in democracy, in this form of direct democracy that the Mohalla Sabhas promised to bring. You say that those could be constitutionally and legally flawed. Is this the time for them to be going ahead with their Mohalla Sabhas, going ahead with the plans that they want to implement for Delhi, or turn their focus entirely to the national scene?
I see no contradiction between the two. It's entirely possible for them to attempt to rule Delhi as well as attempt to win the Lok Sabha polls. And I can only extend to them my very best wishes. They've made a remarkable beginning here in Delhi, and let us see whether they are able to pull it off in other parts of the country. However, in respect of governance in Delhi, and without reference to their attempt to have a national presence through the coming Lok Sabha polls, it does seem to me that many of their ideas are good in themselves but half-baked in terms of preparation for it. For example, the Mohalla Sabhas that you just now mentioned, in a column that I've done for NDTV.com, which I think has been published today, I pointed out that there is a provision for Mohalla Sabhas in the 74th Amendment, which is now 20 years old. So the idea is 20 years old in our constitution and about 25 years old in our thought processes. But what we have done is we've structured what the constitution calls ward sabhas into a system where it is the ward that elects the councillor, and the councillor in turn is an executive authority and not just a legislative authority, as is an MLA. Now here in Delhi, the AAP has legislators, yes, 28 of them, but it's got not one single councillor. So what does the Mohalla Sabha consist of? Who is to be responsible to it? And how does a Mohalla Sabha make it responsive? These are things that can be resolved, but they haven't been thought through, and therefore
okay.
I welcome the idea that we should have an alternative kind of politics and an alternative kind of governance.